Respell it.
Peer support. What's your opinion, Rob? As long as they serve Mountain Dew, you're good, right? I'm with you. See the Dew Club.
PS could be public
Hey.
service.
Oh, okay. Teens in public service. Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Teens in public. Very
We need to
good.
write these down because we're going to forget before we get home.
There's a piece of paper right there.
I'm recording it for a reason.
Here, give me I'll write right quick.
I would like to invite everybody here, everybody and anybody, May 2nd.
May
MAD. Does
2nd.
everybody know what MAD is?
Yeah, if you guys have
Mothers
a word,
Against
you
Drunken
need to bring
Driving.
a notepad or a date book with you because we're going to give you a lot of stuff.
This is the Mothers Against
Yes.
Drunk driving.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Terry and I are walking the MAD Walk in Baltimore, May 2nd.
It is 10 o'clock.
Yes.
It is from 10 until noon, and you're out of there by noon. It is a beautiful walk. It's not a hard walk at all, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do it. We go from Federal Hill down through the Inner Harbor past the National Aquarium, over to the Baltimore Water Department, and you walk back. It is the easiest walk in the world, but it's for the neatest cause in the world. It's to raise money for victim services of Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, and the victim services which helps support the families that have lost a loved one.
Now, Terry walks for everybody.
I was going to rollerblade, but Baltimore City Police Department won't let you rollerblade after 10 a.m.
Terry walks for, like I said, everybody that's affected by drunk driving. I am walking for one particular person. And I don't know if you guys, if you remember him, John Hill. The guy that's in the middle of my board. The bus driver, the Queen Anne's County bus driver that was killed by a drunk driver. And he left behind a wife and 6 kids. So if you guys would like to walk with me or with us, I've already gotten, I have a hard time talking about them. I put a team together already, and it's called the Golden Hill Team. For John, because anybody John ever met, he treated him like gold. So if you would like to join that team, it's walklikemad.org. Join an existing team, type in the Golden Hill, here it comes. And then you just put in your name and your goal and how much money you think you yourself. I set a goal of $500 for the whole team.
And that's not $500 that he's got to come up with. That's what he would like to raise. These are just goals to work for.
So
How do you raise the money?
Just by going out and asking people to support your walk, 10 cents a mile or $1 a mile or whatever. If you guys want to come up with your own team,
Yes, absolutely.
I can get my
if you'd like to
cosplay
be a
group
part
there.
of my team is the Do Crew.
Hope.
Really? Can we do both?
Mine's the Do Crew. So when you go on walklikemad.org, look up the Do Crew. I do it for them. DEW. I do it for them.
Oh wow, Mountain Dew Crew.
I'm the Do Crew.
Well, see, last year I was with Terry. I was a part of the Duke crew until I got that phone call, and then it changed. And last year,
Kelly's
his
going to have
family
her own
walked with
team.
us, with his mother and his sister.
I'm gonna have my own. My cosplay group's going now.
So, or like Terry said, you guys want to start your own team?
Whoopsie.
Tips team.
Okay.
Don't
Actually,
start
that
a
works.
Tips. All you do is walk around with a bunch of mad women, tipsy.
All right, we have teens in public service and we have teens in peer support. Is there anybody else that would like to voice a name for the group?
Would you put teens influencing people?
Teens in prevention? Well, we're not always going to be preventing. If I may say, we're not always going to be preventing. What I don't want to do is put some pressure on you guys, because you guys can do anything you want. This can become just a fun group if you want. If you want to become a fun group, we can be a fun group, but sometimes it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a cause, a little bit of a purpose, just like the grant money or the prize money we're going to get on teen safety. We've got to put that towards teen safety. So if you have a little bit of a cause, somebody might support you with a donation every now and then.
Teens in peer support and encouragement. Tipsy.
Oh, you've been thinking about that one for a long time, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Anybody have any other opinions? Oh, you're into having a weekly meeting. Okay.
I am.
Okay, this is a diplomatic way of doing this. Have you guys ever heard of voting?
No.
No. What's voting?
Everybody raise your right hand. Everybody raise your right hand.
Wait. Oh, this
How about
one.
your other right? Okay, everybody raise
This
your right hand.
one.
Okay, this is voting, okay? All right, what we're going to do, we're going to take a vote tonight. It's still going to be tips, so we can go with tips. Okay, is tips going to, all those in favor of teens in public service, raise that right hand that you just rose. Teens in peer support, raise your hand. And those without a right hand, raise it. Okay,
Should we
so
wait until the next 2
teens
meetings?
in peer support is what we're going to go with right now.
Okay.
What we're going to go with. Okay, Tom made a suggestion. Say it again, Tom.
Shouldn't we wait until after the next meeting or the third meeting? So we get, that's where we can go with this now, and then,
And since you guys are here, because the group on January 15th really didn't come up with a name themselves. It was just kind of a label we gave, because we had to say, hey, we got to get the word out, what do we call them? So we just kind of came up with a name. So tips is good, because we have been using the word tips. We just haven't put a whole lot of stuff, although the marquee says teens and partnerships tonight. So teens and peer support. Anybody really upset about what we just did? I mean, oh, by the way, if you guys want to have a president of the group to kind of lead.
I nominate myself.
Boy, it's a shame she's bashful, you know.
that's right.
I'm overly
We need to
modest.
find somebody more outgoing, we really do. Now,
I
we're
know,
not
I'm
gonna-
too
We're not going to do
modest.
that tonight. We're not going to do that tonight. However, if you guys are interested in having a leader, because I would love to sit over there and be quiet. I think that's possible. I'd love to sit over there anyway, whether I
Let's
be
see how
quiet or
long
not.
that goes.
But you know me too well, right? But it's your group. What Kelly and Ida and Sherry and Tom and I, and even Mom over there. Mom, you didn't say your name, you just said Mom. Vicky, thank you, Vicky. And Q might even come back. What we want to do is just kind of sit on the sidelines and just make sure everybody's safe in coming here. And what you're planning isn't illegal, because we don't want to make the newspapers that way. That would not be cool. There's enough teens making the newspapers in the wrong way. We'd like to make the newspapers in the right way. And I was talking to the newspaper reporters today. They are very anxious to report and publish our pictures and our activities. So they're already on board. Matter of fact, the young lady I was talking to is a graduate of Queen Anne's County High School of just a year or 2 years ago. She's not that much older than you, but she obviously would like to support the teens. So how about if we do this? You guys want to consider March 12th or March 24th as the time to kind of have nominations or selections for who you would like to lead this group?
12.
Or do you want to wait and let this group try to get a little bit bigger? How would you like to move forward?
I think early.
See how the meeting goes on the 12th? Okay, so we try to build up the group.
I really think it's best to do it early on because we can always change it later once the group's bigger, but if we do it early on, there might be a little more organization and the word might be getting out a bit faster.
Okay, what would you think about this? Next meeting, which is March 12th, if you have the ambition or the desire to lead this group, why don't you write a little resume? Write a little resume, and we'll make copies of it, and we'll dispense it to everybody so they can learn who you are. We'll see how bigger the group gets next time, and then maybe on the 24th, we can have elections, or we can have elections next time around if you want, after everybody finds out who would like to be interested. How would you like to do that?
That actually sounds really good.
So write a little resume. Make a little
Resume.
about yourself.
A resume.
If you'd like to be the vice president, which means if the president's not there, you would just take over the meeting. And running the meeting is going to be a piece of cake, because what I will try to do if this is what you would like, what I will try to do is bring in some more guest speakers who have things going on in the county so we can learn. Maybe we'll take like the first 20 minutes and say, okay, here's another organization, or here's another opportunity for you. This is what this is all about. And then we can get into really